Good morning from Zozo Stock Watch, and this is your morning report. The futures right now, the Dow futures are -7, the S&P futures are up about 2, and the NASDAQ futures are up 9. Oil is ticking up. Brent crude oil is trading above $50 for the first time since June, so oil is moving up. For your earnings, you have a bunch of earnings conference calls for today, as you can see. For Thursday, July 20th, and I'll just scroll through them. Here's your morning reports, and then you have conference calls in the afternoon also. So you can get this at earningscast.com. And as far as your commodities go, I'll show you that in 1 second. Okay, we have gold down 5. Silver down a fraction, down 0.71% for silver. Copper is a little bit to the upside, up 0.28%. WTI crude trading at 47.59, up 27 cents, and about a 0.5% up 57% on crude oil, WTI. In some of your top stories, and we'll get into those. This is courtesy of the Trade Exchange. For Thursday's economic calendar at 8:30, you have the initial jobless claims. At 8:30, Philly Fed business outlook. 10 o'clock, leading indicators. 10:30, natural gas inventory. And that's from the Trade Exchange calendar. As far as earnings, we have FFKT beats by 6 cents. SJM declared a 78-cent dividend. Intel is pulling out of the health wearables. CHKP beats by 4 cents. GSBC beats by 37 cents, misses on revenue. Deutsche Bank preparing for hard Brexit. SRPT price target raised at Piper to 50. INO prices 12.5 million shares at $6. Tesla initiated neutral at Citigroup, but with a $357 price target. BGS upgraded buy at Citigroup. COP initiated overweight at Cantor. SNI initiated market perform at Wells Fargo. RCL upgraded overweight at JP Morgan. HPQ upgraded outperform at RBC Capital. ABB earnings per share in line, misses on revenue. BBT beats by a penny. RGLS priced 44 million shares at 90 cents. Polaris earnings per share of $1.16, beats by 8 cents on PII. FNB earnings per share in line. WNS earnings per share of 45 cents in line. Japan was up, Hong Kong was up, China was up, India was down last night. DHR beats by 2 cents. McDonald's, fecal matter found at UK food chains, so keep an eye on McDonald's. BBRY, BlackBerry strengthens cybersecurity offering for the Canadian and US government. So a little bit of news from BBRY, and that's on our watch list from last night. CAMT is up pre-market. Camtech announces definitive agreement to sell its PCB business for up to $35 million. So they're selling part of itself. KBR is awarded seat on $3 billion NOAA program. Teva NICE recommends Syncuero for the treatment of severe, I cannot pronounce it, osteopholic asthenia, I guess close as I'm going to get. Pfizer completes license agreement for exclusive commercialization rights, but Pfizer is down. Pfizer was downgraded today, and we'll get into that in a second. LLNW, Limelight Networks, expands its content delivery network capacity. STC misses by 24 cents, misses on revenue. BVXV Phase 2 trial preliminary safety results, and that was right there. Key beats by 2 cents, beats on revenue. Snap on earnings per share for second quarter, $2.60. They beat by 5 cents. And as you see, crude is ticking to the upside. Nike was upgraded overweight at Morgan Stanley. Pfizer downgraded neutral at Credit Suisse. And just scrolling through some top insider purchases after hours last night. MERC, 10% owner Kellogg purchased over 15,000 shares. Fresh, 10% owner, 50,000 shares at $4.18. IFF, 10% owner, purchased 28,000 shares, $134.96. Travelers earnings per share miss, revenue beat. TRV. BX earnings per share miss, revenue beat. Sherman-Williams earnings per share miss, revenue beat. And that's SHW. Pool earnings per share miss, revenues in line. And PM, let me just check the Philip Morris, and that's ticking up slightly. Earnings per share and revenue miss. I'm sorry, but that's a gap down, excuse me, on Philip Morris. So PM is a gap down, earnings per share and revenue miss. Company specific meetings today: PRGO, ODP, LMRK. Top analyst investor calls today: TRVN, VRNX, Citigroup, MSTR. We have the Alzheimer's Association International Conference, top conference. In syndicate news, AMCX announces pricing of 800 million senior notes. CFRX proposes public offering. INO public offering of common stock, 12.5 million shares at 6. RGLS pricing of public offering at 91 cents, 44 million shares. PBYI filed form S8, 2 million shares. And then here's some of your top upgrades. Some of these we hit already. BGS up to buy at Citi. HPQ upgraded. Nike, RCL. Some top downgrades: AAV, CRZO, JONE. Pfizer downgraded to neutral. RAD downgraded neutral. And you can see who they're downgraded by here. NEWR downgraded equal weight at Morgan Stanley. Top initiations, we have MPLX initiated by a Guggenheim. Coop initiated overweight at Cantor. So there's some of your top. Tesla initiated neutral at Citi, and we hit on that one earlier. Macau, fresh Beijing crackdown on dirty Macau cash anticipated as VIP casino revenues surge, and that may affect LVS, Wynn, and MGM, so keep that in mind. CBay, price target raised at $15 at Oppenheimer. USAT announces pricing of public offering. One Spark Therapeutics rare pediatric disease designation for investigational Luxturna. All right, so ONCE, some news. MNRO, which is Midas Muffler, I believe. MNRO, right, Midas Muffler. And, I'm sorry, Monroe Muffler, excuse me. So MNRO, earnings per share miss, revenue beat. BP said to approach possible buyers for North Sea assets. That's BP. And let me see if there's anything else. Abbott Labs earnings came out, and 62 cents versus 61 cents expected. Abbott Labs quarter 2 revenue 6.64 billion versus 6.63. And let me see if there's anything else. Brent crude we mentioned. Ears, Auroras Medical completes acquisition of AM125 assets. So Ears, some news. And just scrolling through, Ironwood Pharmaceuticals reports positive top-line results for IW-3718 phase 2B trial. So that's Ironwood. KALA is an IPO, initial public offering. TEUM, keep this one on watch today. TEUM signs 2-year UK-based customer, adding 1 million in revenue backlog for TEUM, and that one is up pre-market on TEUM. It's trading 126 at the moment. And let's see, IMM, Imperius Pharmaceutical, announces 16 million debt facility. And that's about it for some of your early news. IMMY, Imperius Pharmaceutical, announces 60 million debt facility. We mentioned that. And then here's some of your stocks that are up. SHLD, Sears, is up because they're going to sell Kenmore equipment on Amazon.com. So Sears is gapping up. AVEO, and I'm just checking these on the charts. AVO trading around 275 at the moment. MGM is actually pulling off of the highs at the moment. TMUS, who had earnings last night, that's trading up in the pre-market. SRPT, that had earnings last night, that is very strong, also up in the pre-market, trading 40.36. Let's see, RADA is up pre-market. THLD is up pre-market. And I'll go ahead and I'll bring over this chart. Hopefully you can see it. SPY is trading up. We're up near that 247.50 mark. And let's see, AZES holding, that 250 area pre-market. MRNS up pre-market. Here's TEUM trading up near that 130 spot pre-market. CAMT, a gap up pre-market. And let's see, some stocks trading down. Pool on the earnings miss. CHRW on earnings miss last night. And CLLS gap down on that name, trading 26.36. So this has been the Zozo early market report.